right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight, severe cold sweeps across the bi-state. Whipping winds, blowing snow.
It's pretty rough. It's hard to drive.
Temperatures plunge to zero. Wind chills make it feel like 30 below.
Yeah, that's bad.
The Arctic air settling in as holiday travel gets put on hold.
But now we're delayed essentially 48 plus hours.
And it will take longer than 48 hours before we can even get above 20 degrees in St. Louis when that bitter wind finally eases.
Tonight, we are in storm alert as a blast of winter has moved into the bi-state. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. The snow is pushed off, but that dangerous cold temperatures are here to stay for a while. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell for your weather first forecast.
You know, we're staying in storm alert because we have the wind chill warning for our area until tomorrow at noon. And that's because wind chills are in that 25 to 30 degree below zero range right now. Actual air temperatures, they're below zero across the metro area. 5 to 7 degrees below zero right now for most of us, and that goes along with a stiff breeze that's been gusting at times above 40 miles per hour. You see the camera out here at Lambert kind of bouncing just a little bit. Obviously, it wasn't the flight day you wanted out of Lambert, nor out of the Chicago airports. Now Indianapolis over to Cleveland, Detroit being impacted by this storm, along with Cincinnati, Louisville, and yes, it's snowing now in Nashville, where it's dropped to 15 degrees. 7 degrees below zero in Salem, 8 below in Rolla, as well as Pittsfield out in Warrenton too. Wind chills right around 30 degrees below zero in the metro area. This is dangerous cold weather as we head through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning especially. The bitter cold will stay with us for the next 48 hours. We'll have wind gusts through tomorrow of 35 to 45 miles per hour. That means wind chills 20 to at times 35 degrees below zero. Dangerously cold. It also can impact your pipes too. If you've had your pipes freeze when temperatures go below zero before, you might want to turn the faucet on and let them drip tonight. And also bring your pets inside. Pets, pipes, people. You stay warm and safe as well. We'll tell you when it warms up in a few minutes.
All right, Scott, and you can stay on top of the dangerous cold. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll send you the weather first forecast straight to your phone. Tonight, MoDOT crews are out trying to clear the roads of snow and ice. Here's a look at the current road condition map in Missouri. As you can see, roads in the St. Louis region are partly covered with snow and ice. Down south, they are totally covered. A MoDOT spokesperson tells 5 on your side crews will be working around the clock tonight. They're urging drivers to stay off the roads, giving their crews time and space to get the job done.
The Arctic blast is disrupting air travel across the country. More than 2,000 flights were canceled this afternoon, adding to another 1,000 flights on Friday, tomorrow, that were canceled proactively. The impact is being felt hardest here in the Midwest. And today, our crews have spent the entire day monitoring travel from St. Louis Lambert Airport.
Brent Solomon caught up with passengers impacted by today's delays. Brent.
Ann and Mike, many of them say it is simply frustrating. It was already a slow go on roadways today. They dealt with that in order to get to the airport safely, only to find some of their flights are now grounded.
I'd like to get home to see my family.
That's why Tammy Tyler is here.
They've been calling wanting to know where their mama is.
Only problem,
My connecting flight got canceled.
and the time to get on a rerouted flight keeps getting pushed and pushed back.
It started out at about 8. The board is saying that the next one is at 10.
Early in the morning, long lines of passengers at St. Louis Lambert International, hoping to get out ahead of that incoming winter weather. Flash forward to evening time after the storm.
There's been a lot of canceled flights tonight. It shows the airport's pretty bare.
Hope Smith's flight delayed by 6 hours.
Oh man, this is gonna be a long day.
If you think that's bad, try 48 hours.
But we've never been delayed this long before.
Michael Burke was supposed to get home to Minnesota Thursday. Now it's looking like Saturday.
It was canceled through Chicago We then were rerouted here, and then as we were getting on the plane in Orlando to come to St. Louis to go up to Minneapolis, we got an email saying that the flight was canceled out of St. Louis.
The effects of winter weather impacting holiday travel days before Christmas.
I'm from the South, so I'm not used to this.
Now, we're not just talking about flights going out today. Even some scheduled to leave tomorrow are being impacted. I just checked the latest numbers for you, and right now, nearly 40 departing flights are delayed and nearly 40 flights are canceled. So be sure to check your flight before you head to the airport. Mike.
Brent, thanks. The cold and blowing snow did not keep Missouri and Illinois fans away from downtown St. Louis tonight.
They packed the Enterprise Center for the Bragging Rights basketball game. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski brings us the fans' efforts to get there no matter the weather.
The cold and the snow did not keep Mizzou and Illini fans away from the game tonight. Many of them showing up very early for this Bragging Rights game.
Got here safe, yeah. We left early this morning so we could get here before the weather.
How long did it take you?
What, 2.5 hours? Something like that.
Where were you coming from?
Champaign. We're coming from Champaign, yep.
We took South Broadway all the way down. We didn't want to mess with the highway, so we're good.
Just take it nice and slow and no problems at all.
And would you have missed it even if it's so cold?
No, we would have been here no matter what.
Even the cold temperatures couldn't keep the rivalry excitement down.
I'm so excited because I'm a sophomore and I'm an Orange Crush captain. So I'm at every single home game, front row every single game. I've loved Illinois my entire life. I live in Kansas now, but I grew up in Champaign, so I had to be here, especially this rival game, so exciting. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, good times with my son around the holidays, and good chance to cheer on our Tigers. We come with my dad, our dads every year, that too, so. Yeah.
And you're gonna have a fun day, fun Christmas, right?
Yeah, we went to the casino before and didn't do so well though, so we're hoping for a win here, yeah.
ILL, let's go!
MIZ.
ZOU.
Fans of both teams say they're spending the night downtown tonight before they head off to those holiday plans. But no matter who comes out on top, it's all about the memories. Reporting in downtown St. Louis, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
Missouri and Illinois have been playing in this rivalry game annually since 1983. It's not over yet, but Mizzou is up more than 20 points with less than 3 minutes. Corey will recap that game coming up in sports.
Lots of last-minute shoppers stocked up on supplies as temperatures drop dangerously low. Our Robert Townsend continues our storm team coverage and takes us to a Brentwood store where winter items sold fast.
Today's winter storm definitely didn't stop lots of shoppers from flocking here to this Ace Hardware store in Brentwood.
So we had a line in front of the door.
Store manager Shelby Spears says once those cold, weary customers trekked inside, they snatched up ice scrapers, bags of salt, and of course, scores of shovels.
We got this heavy-duty snow shovel here, so it's got a lot of weight to it, so once you start pushing the snow, it helps carry you through it. We also got seed spreaders down here that you can use for your salt.
Dozens of pre-holiday shoppers hit the store before snowy conditions and dangerous wind chills hit the St. Louis region.
People are buying the essentials to make sure they're safe rather than Christmas gifts.
Homeowners also couldn't wait to get their hands on space heaters.
Real popular ones are Vornado. That brand's real popular with everybody. Small and compact and really can put off some heat.
As for those window stripping and insulation items that keep your pipes from bursting,
not much left.
They too left these shelves in no times.
The issue with the pipes being frozen is you want to treat it before the pipes freeze.
Get some batteries, a scraper.
Bob Shelton scooped up his essentials before the winter storm settled in.
Right, so I have a gas fireplace and it has battery backup. So if the power goes out, my batteries will give me heat in my house.
Playing it smart.
Very smart.
A busy, snowy day that paid off for customers and this popular store.
It's big bucks for us.
Robert Townsend.
I think things will pick up again tomorrow morning.
5 on your side.
Tonight, traffic is flowing on I-44 in Crawford County. Earlier today, a crash involving tractor trailers caused the highway to shut down in both directions between Cuba and St. James. The MoDOT camera showed tractor trailers jackknifed on the road, blocking traffic. The Missouri Highway Patrol responded to dozens of crashes today, but luckily, no deaths were reported. 5 on your side will stay on top of this winter blast on air and online. You can find the latest updates on KSTK.com, and you can also download the 5 on your side app.
Developing tonight, a hotel near the airport was evacuated after someone lit fires inside the building. Fire crews were called to the St. Louis Airport Marriott around 5 p.m. The Edmondson Police Department says someone set 6 fires inside the hotel and then fled. The hotel was evacuated as a precaution. No one was injured. We're told most of the guests went back to their rooms. Others went to a different hotel. The ATF is handling the investigation.
Tonight, a new plan would bring electric scooters and bikes back to downtown St. Louis next year. Today, the city released a permit update that outlined new rules for e-scooters and bikes. That includes a 300 vehicle limit in the downtown and downtown west neighborhoods, an age restriction, and reducing scooter speed. There will also be a curfew from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The permit will go to the Board of Public Service for review on January 3rd.
Just in time for Christmas, gas prices continue to drop before millions hit the road for the holidays. In Missouri, the statewide gas price average is $2.68 a gallon. According to AAA, Missouri drivers are paying the 4th lowest gas prices in the country. Across the river, Metro East drivers are paying $3.21 a gallon. No stranger to controversy. The former owner of a troubled nightclub has a new gig. The I-Team looks into Dana Kelly's new position with the city's top prosecutor. He investigated the murder of Betsy Faria. Now a former Lincoln County deputy is in legal trouble himself. What charges he's now facing.
While some snow is still being blown around, it's the bitter winds and dangerous wind chills that are the real threat for the next 36 hours.
New tonight, the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office has a new employee who's no stranger to controversy.
Our I-Team has learned that after the owner of a downtown nightclub was shut down by the city, she ended up getting a job with the top prosecutor. Christine Byers dug into what this role is, and it wasn't easy to find out.
St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner's office is tasked with combating crime by prosecuting criminals. Now the owner of a place some called a crime haven is part of her team.
In the fall of 2021, the city of St. Louis went to war with Dana Kelly, revoking her liquor license and ordering her to shut down Club Rain for at least a year. Police had been called there 19 times, and the city declared it a nuisance property. Here's Public Safety Director Dan Isom in October of 2021.
Establishments that have a pattern of incidents happening around their location from people who are patronizing their location do have a responsibility to ensure more security.
Kelly fired back, saying the crime was not happening inside her establishment. Just this past July, a judge ordered Kelly to pay nearly $400,000 in back rent. The I-Team asked Gardner's office for Kelly's job title, hire date, and salary last month. A week later, a spokeswoman responded with a statement. Dana Kelly is a skilled member of the Circuit Attorney's team. Her employment with the CAO is based upon her skills and qualifications. Ms. Kelly deserves an opportunity to earn a living and support her family. We wanted to know more: when she was hired, how much money she makes, and what her job is. We asked 3 times before we were told to file a records request to get the information. Just this week, Gardner's office told us Kelly was hired August 22nd, is making $50,000, and is an administrative assistant.
Gardner's office would not give us a description of Kelly's job, saying that's personnel information protected by the Sunshine Law. For the I-Team, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
New tonight, a former Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy who investigated the Pam Hupp murder case is now facing charges himself. Michael Merkel is accused of harassing and stalking a detective who was investigating him for potential misconduct in the 2011 stabbing death of Betsy Faria. Merkel was among the detectives who initially interviewed Hupp following Faria's murder. That investigation resulted in a murder conviction for Faria's husband, Russell, who was later acquitted. In 2021, the Lincoln County prosecutor announced a misconduct probe into the Betsy Faria investigation. Court records show that Merkel's wife and brother were also charged with harassment and stalking.
Well, if you had plans to visit the zoo tomorrow, you'll need to think of something else to do. Due to the bitter cold weather, the zoo is closed on Friday. U.S. Bank Wildlights is also canceled. Guests who have tickets for tonight or tomorrow are welcome to use them for any remaining evening without rescheduling. Meantime, the St. Louis Art Museum will have a delayed opening at noon on Friday. All affected tickets to its current exhibition will be refunded. The museum will then close at 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve before reopening at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, December 27th.
The Gateway Arch will also have a delayed opening tomorrow set for noon. Guests with tickets scheduled before 12 p.m. will be contacted for a refund, or you can reschedule for a new time once the Arch call center reopens. We want to see your pictures and videos from your snow day. Please text them to 314-425-5355. Make sure to include your name and city. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is back with these plunging temperatures. Just about 2 hours ago, it was 0. Now we're 5 below 0.
Yeah, now it's 5 below 0, and it's colder than that in some spots right now. And of course, it feels colder than that. So these are dangerously cold temperatures. Again, we think about pipes, we think about pets, we think about people. You want to stay safe, you want to bring your animals inside, and if you've got pipes that you've had problems with freezing before when it gets below 0, you might want to take some necessary precautions pretty quickly here to make sure that doesn't happen to you tonight. The other thing we think about is power outages, and there are some scattered outages right now. Down in Jefferson County in Missouri, we have about 2,700 customers without power. St. Louis County, about 700. City of St. Louis, about 1,000. And on the Illinois side, the greatest number we've seen has been in Madison County, Illinois, and that's about 412 customers. But yes, we do have some scattered power outages. So those temperatures across the region, just brutally cold. What it feels like, well, you take into account the fact that winds have been gusting 40 to 45 miles per hour, and we have wind chills that are running 30 to 35 degrees below 0 in some places around the metro. And you get up into parts of Iowa where there's all that blowing snow. It's even worse up there, close to 50 below. Looking down at Arnold right now, you can see the traffic along 55, it's moving. You know, we didn't get enough snow today to cause massive problems in terms of amounts, but it's been whipped around, and with these cold temperatures, it's not going anywhere. Plus, it was the combination of the snow falling, the really cold temperatures moving in, and the brutal wind chills that we're going to be dealing with right into tomorrow morning. We're going to hover around 30 degrees below 0 through early tomorrow morning. That wind chill warning stays in effect for our area until noon on Friday. That's when we expect temperatures to get back to a little bit higher than minus 20. So in the teens below 0 is what it will feel like. We're staying in the single digits tomorrow, and those cold wind chills stick with us tomorrow night into Saturday morning, but not as bad as tonight. This truly is life-threatening if you were to get stuck out there. 25 to 35 degree below 0 wind chills through about 10 to noon tomorrow. It'll still be blustery tomorrow afternoon. There'll be some sunshine. Wind chills 10 to 20 degrees below 0, and you still have the breeze Friday night. Lows will be near 0. The wind chill's still well below 0, but not as bad as what we're seeing right now. 5 degrees below 0. This is the first time we have been below 0 in the month of December since back in 1989. And you'll remember we were in the 13, 14, 15, 16 degree below 0. We don't want to go there. So we're going to drop it just a couple more degrees tonight. Dew point, though, 17 degrees below. This air is dry. That should also help dry off the roads just a little bit. Actual low temperatures tonight, single digits, 5 to 10 degrees below 0. It's cold looking down Market Street, but hey, we can see the arch. In case you were wondering, Scott Air Force Base coming in with 3 inches, just a hair over today. Weldon Spring 1.9, and Union about 1.5 inches. There's better weather on the way for the weekend. As we go into Christmas Eve, temperatures are still in the teens, still cold, but at least there's a lot of sunshine. Clouds will be on the increase later Christmas Day. 24 is your top temperature, and then we will turn the page. Can you believe this? End of next week, temperatures back into the 50s with a chance of rain. Next 36 to 48 hours, just kind of brutal, but we're going to get through it.
Yeah, be careful out there. All right, Scott, thanks. Corey is in for Frank with sports.
Well, if you know a Mizzou basketball fan who did not use their ticket to bragging rights tonight, please call them immediately because they are likely beside themselves. We've got highlights from a true shocker in St. Louis coming up in sports.
Sergeant Brenna Hyatt, stationed here at Prince Sultan Air Base in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Want to wish my friends and family back home in the St. Louis area a very Merry Christmas. I miss you guys. Special hello to my friends at Faith Lutheran and BOMA. And Rob, I miss you, babe. I can't wait to see you in the spring. I love you. Bye.
I always say that bragging rights is never boring. Something interesting happens in this game every single year, no matter how the teams are playing coming into it. Something interesting certainly happened tonight, but Illinois fans may want to avert their eyes. Really nice crowd for bragging rights at Enterprise Center despite the weather, and they were really loud too. Illinois needs their senior transfer, Terrence Shannon Jr., to score this year. He does here. He gets the and one, comes right into the camera. But the Illini highlights all but stopped right there. Kobe Brown had his signature game as a Tiger, sinks that three in the first half. D'Moy Hodge, I swear, it felt like he didn't miss a shot for about 10 minutes straight. Hits the fast break three, then he's going to hit the fast break layup coming up here soon. Tigers have the place absolutely rocking in the first half, but you're a Mizzou fan, you know it's never over, so they weren't getting too comfortable. Kobe continued his performance in the second half as Mizzou continued to mash the Illini, hits the three and one. Brown had 31 points. That's a career high and a high for a Tiger in a game against Illinois ever in the history of the rivalry. Brad Underwood is pretty steamed, and oh my goodness, Mizzou gets one of the most lopsided wins in bragging rights history, 93-71 over number 16 Illinois. While we're stuck here in the snow and ice covered St. Louis braving the negative wind chills, the Mizzou football team is in Tampa for their bowl game tomorrow against Wake Forest. It may have been an un-Florida-ish high of just 68 today, but I bet we'd all take that right about now. While much of this Mizzou football season will be remembered for the near misses and heartbreaks, the Tigers can finish strong tomorrow against the Demon Deacons. In the crazy season of the transfer portal, Mizzou's freshman St. Louis star, Luther Burden III, made it clear he isn't going anywhere. He loved his first season in Como and is looking to cap it off with a win.
Freshman year been good. I've just, enjoying the moment and being here and, being down to Columbia and, the whole Mizzou Tiger family, loved me up, made me feel like home. It's going to take everything we got. We've been working hard all week, preparing for them. We've been having some good practices, so we're ready to play.
A few ex-Tigers have new homes today. Former East St. Louis Flyer and Mizzou quarterback Tyler Macon is on his way to Alcorn State in the SWAC via the transfer portal. Macon appeared in 6 games as a Tiger, throwing for 1 touchdown and rushing for another. Macon's receiving teammate at East St. Louis and Mizzou has a new home today as well. Dominic Lovett is heading to Georgia to continue his college career for the top-ranked Bulldogs. Lovett had the 4th most receiving yards in the entire SEC in his sophomore season. The Blues will wrap up their long pre-Christmas road trip tomorrow night in Las Vegas. Overall, it's been a positive trip with the team going 3-1 so far, but a win over the high-powered Golden Knights would really be big for a squad that needs every point they can get.
We know we got some ground to make up, so we got to start trying to find ways to get points and like I said, be consistent with it. You're not going to get them every night, and it's just not the way it goes. But you want to come in here after games and know that you worked hard and you played to our team game.
Did you catch this play last night from our own Jason Tatum? He goes coast to coast and is going to absolutely posterize the Indiana Pacers. That is filthy. Tatum is the 5th leading scorer in the league, in the entire league, but his Celtics have lost 5 of their last 6 games. Mike, you and I were talking pretty surprising result at bragging rights.
First of all, those games are almost always close.
They are.
And this one was over at halftime.
Dennis Gates, first time in this rivalry, comes in, gets a blowout win. And like I said, it was never quite sure for Mizzou fans until that clock hit 0 because they know heartbreaks pretty well.
They've been down that road.
It was hard for you to leave as a Mizzou
It was
grad,
hard for me to leave.
All right, Corey, thanks. Well, getting your packages delivered on time for Christmas, what the U.S. Postal Service is saying about those last-minute holiday shipments.
With Christmas just 3 days away, tonight the U.S. Postal Service says it's on track to meet its delivery deadlines. USPS expects all priority mail packages shipping by December 19th and express packages shipped by December 23rd to arrive at their destinations by Christmas. That's despite worker shortages that have caused delays ahead of the holiday.
Well, NFL Sunday Ticket has a new home. Today, the NFL announced a multi-year agreement with Google A package of out-of-market games will be distributed on YouTube TV and YouTube Prime channels next season. NFL Sunday Ticket, where you can watch every game around the country, has been on DirecTV since 1994.
Tesla is offering rare discounts on its two top-selling models. The company is offering a $7,500 incentive on its Model 3 sedan and Model Y SUV. The discount is available for those who take delivery between now and December 31st. Tesla's move comes ahead of a new federal tax credit that's scheduled to take effect on January 1st.
And Scott has our final check of the weather.
You know, we're not alone in our storm alert tonight. Those wind chills are dangerously low across much of our region and across a good chunk of the middle part of the country. The cold air now spilling into Texas. Dallas is down to 12, even getting along the Gulf Coast from Brownsville over to New Orleans. Temperatures there are in the 50s. We are well below zero at 5 degrees below zero right now. Our low tonight between 5 and 10 below, with the wind chills at 25 to 35 below zero. Tomorrow we're back near 8 degrees. By the end of next week, we're back into the 50s, and we should end 2022 above average.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show is next.